Okay, so I believe I am live. I just need to make sure that I have turned down the volume on that, because otherwise that's going to be loud. So, yeah, I've done that before on a previous video, so I think I've done that. We'll soon know, won't we? So, hello everybody who is still awake. Probably not many of you, unless you're in Australia. Maybe Australian people might be awake at this time. But so I'm going to be doing let me do this. Hold on a minute. That's the one. Okay, pressing the right buttons. A bit of a technophobe me. Okay, so so welcome to the astrology predictions for this is going to be the fire signs. Okay, so this will be Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Okay, so and this will be the date today I'm doing these is the 27th of February 2021. So it's going to be from about now up until the 7th of March 2021. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Leo, then I will do Sagittarius, and then Aries. Okay. First of all, I just wanted to have a little chat and let you know a couple of things that are going on. Okay, obviously you know that I am connected, engaged to the lovely Greg Prescott from in5d.com, the go-to place for anything spiritual, anything at all that you have got questions about. It's all on there. There are thousands of videos on there about every topic you can think of. So yeah, there's loads of information. Greg, he also does tie-dye t-shirts. So there are, there's a lovely selection of them in in5d.net, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, in5d.net, okay, for his t-shirts. Okay, ladies' t-shirts are 50% off. So they're only $15 at the moment. And that includes the ice dyes for ladies. If you wanted your t-shirts not to be very tight, then order a couple of sizes bigger than what you would normally buy. Also, if you wanted to join in 5D family, you can do that by going to patreon.com/in5d and join for, and that's going into the insiders club and everything. And there's some and positive benefits for being also being part of the family, but also helping out in 5D. Obviously, you know that we're heavily shadow banned. I am as well, for being in association with lovely Greg. It's hard at the moment. So if anybody is able to join the Patreon family, you can do it for as little as $1.11 a month. And that could be patreon.com/in5d. We've also got another website out there. It is in5d.club. And this is for anybody who wants to chat with other like-minded spiritual people. It can be used as a dating site. It can also be used just as a chat forum, very similar to Facebook. You create your own page. There's lots of different other extra bits and pieces, including games and things like that. So pop on over there and make make your page up and go and chat to some of these like-minded people. Have some fun. Also, there is a GoFundMe link at the bottom of the comments here, and that is for Greg's up-and-coming operation. He's asking for any donations at all, would be greatly received there. Okay, for myself, I've got going on a few offers at the moment. So the offers are it's $10 off any rebooks. So if anybody's had a reading with myself or they've been to the classes, anything like that, you can just go to my website, psychically.net, and you can book a rebook there. Okay, so it's $10 off at the moment, or it's $20 off any psychic counselling. So if there's people that need somebody to talk to and need some upliftment, then you can book in for that as well. There's also all sorts of things that I've got going on, like raffles and things like that. At the moment, I'm raffling this lovely tea light holder and the pack of Light Seers Tarot. Okay, so you'll find all of that information on Psychic Ali 1-to-1 Facebook page, so you can come and join me there if you would like to. Keep in touch. Okay, so I'm going to get on with doing this these readings for the fire signs. So we're going to start with Leo. Okay, so for Leos, let's have a little look. Right. Oh, please, obviously I have been in February, I did just one video. It was a longer video, and it was of the whole month. So it's predictions for the whole month. So if you find the video for February, you should be able to see, you know, how things have panned out for you if you listen to that video, because that was all of February. Okay, so for all the signs, so that's there. I am going back to doing this on a weekly basis. It got a bit overwhelming with all of the commitments I had, and I got myself very unwell, so I had to take a big step back. So I'm able to, I've stepped back from a lot of things, so I'm also kind of just dipping my toe back in. So I'm going into doing the weekly astrologies from now on. Okay, so Leos. So Leo characters. This is Brittany. Hello, Brittany. This is for you. And what other Leos do we know? I think Sharon Poe is a Leo. Okay. Right. Leos. Okay. So look out for meaningful commitment. Okay. There's an energy of either meeting somebody or wanting to meet somebody who is not just any old relationship. It feels as if it's got more depth to it. It's like they're showing me the swans. Just want to show you this card. Isn't it the most beautiful card? The cards I'm using at the moment, amongst other, I'm using other decks as well, but this is one of the decks. It's called the Oracle of Visions by Caro Marchetti. And this card, isn't the artwork just amazing? So I picked that for Leos, and I just saw the swans and I thought, you know, swans mate for life, don't they? There's a strong commitment energy around this feeling that I'm getting for you. You've got the blossom on the trees, so that would be springtime. So I feel that there is going to be a lot of strong feelings, a lot of emotional, you know, responses to, you know, what it is that you want, and, you know, communication with each other, and, you know, those communication lines being much better than they have been for a long time. Okay, so it also feels as if, you know, communication does go both ways. So it can mean communication because, you know, maybe, you know, for some of you, that you are not in that committed relationship, or you don't want to be in that committed relationship, but that, you know, that there is other relationships out there that you feel would be better suited to you in a committed way. So it's all to do with making decisions about love life and emotions. If you're not in a relationship, then this would mean making decisions about the people around you, making decisions about, you know, family, friendships, you know, and all of those deep set emotional feelings. Okay, so around the beginning of the week, a lot of people are going to be discussing details about the home, okay, where you are living. What do you want to do, okay, with, you know, where you are living. And this energy will be, it's like I can see looking at properties, going out there and, you know, seeing what is about, weighing up the pros and the cons of staying where you are, or, you know, possibly moving. So these decisions that you are basically making are going to really affect your future, okay? And this is why you're giving it a lot of thought. You're going into that energy. Also, I feel that there is strong message coming to you from a person that you haven't been around for a long time, you haven't had contact with, and then out of the blue, this person or a group of people are contacting you. Now, you are unsure about how you feel about this. Partly it's quite satisfying that that person has, or these people have actually come into contact with you again, because there in the past has been differences of opinion, strong differences of opinion, and this we didn't think this was going to actually come about, that these people would actually get back in touch, but they have. There has been childlike behaviour in the past also, and this has stirred up a lot of kind of old feelings and old emotions. Part of you wants to be a little bit childish and maybe make a stand, or, you know, do something about, you know, how you feel. Just, I mean, make them aware about how much they hurt you, or you know, what happened in the past, or, you know, make a point of, you know, you saying, well, I told you so, that sort of thing. But part of you is going to, I think, withdraw away and say, no, I'm not going to be that childish. I'm not going to do that. Okay. So let's have a little look. I feel as if I need to put another card on there, because this is basically about one thing, and I want to know more about what's going on. Okay, there's an energy of control around, so make sure that you don't get swept into feeling controlled. Make sure that you don't go into this energy of control, trying to control other people and other people's emotions and decisions, because it will backfire. There is temptation around you, and a feeling of, what do I do about this temptation? And therefore I'm going back into that energy of commitment. You know, are you truly happy about the commitment in your life, or the lack of commitment in your life? How do you feel about that? What are you going to do? So by the middle of the week, for Leos, we've got that energy where you feel as if somebody's trying to expose you, somebody's trying to dissect your personality, or dissect what happened in the past, bring up old stuff that you'd rather keep, you know, hidden away. This isn't, it's like that somebody's not playing fair, and there's a need for you to, I feel, just gently and gracefully pull back. It's not time for you to try and defend yourself, because as soon as you try and defend yourself with this sort of energy, then it looks as if you are hiding something, And partly you might well be, but it doesn't mean to say that you should be ashamed, because the past is the past. This is the now. We've all changed. We've all got different responsibilities in our lives now. We all know different. It's like we've learned so many new lessons. So the past is the past. It needs to stay there. I feel that there's some decisions about movement. I feel that this is linked with, for some of you, it will be moving of a business. For others, it will be moving of a house. If it is to do with, you know, direct things like that, then what I'm picking up is there's going to be celebration around that, a good feeling that you have found what you wanted, or that things are working out in your favor. For if it's a metaphorically speaking moving on, then you will feel as if your life has been kind of stagnant and stuck, and this is now pushing on through, and you've only got yourself to feel proud of, because you are the one that kept pushing and pushing and pushing forward, even when it felt as if there was no, there was no hope. Nothing was going to change. Everything was going to stay the same. You could have stayed in that energy of doom and gloom, but you didn't. You stood out and you said, no, I'm gonna succeed. So I do feel as if there's a lot to be thankful for, and you need to kind of look at the now and don't be drawn back into the past. Okay, the past energy will not help you in this moment in time. I do feel as if there is a need to look at the magical side of life. If there are people around you at this moment in time that are causing you problems, making you feel uncomfortable, just being downright annoying, the best way to kind of move this on in a magical way, and that it doesn't harm anybody, but it helps you, is to write their name backwards on a very small bit of paper and to twirl it around, okay, or screw it up into a tiny, tiny ball, and then put it in the back of the freezer, okay? You can either do that or you can burn it. What you do is you do it with love, and you say, I'm sending this person away with love. And you will find that they drift away out of your life. You don't see them anymore. You don't bump into them anymore. They don't communicate with you. They kind of forget about you and move on with their life, and you forget about them and you move on with yours. So that's the quickest way of dealing with that. Okay, so lots of creative activity happening around the end of the week for you, Leos. It's like you're going to get really involved in making something. This may not be for any money at all. It may just be because you just fancy getting lost in some new hobby or something that you've always wanted to try out, or maybe you're going back to something that you used to do before. But it's all very happy and brings you joy. Okay, happiness and joy. There are lots of hopes, dreams and wishes that you are concentrating on, and these will actually start to blossom and grow. I can see money is there and around you, and there's a lot to be looking forward to as well regarding money matters and finances. So a lot is going on, and I feel that the future is literally looking more and more hopeful. And what your challenge is going to be is that when you are able to do whatever you want, you're going to try to do too much. And sometimes it's got to be that you've got to focus on what it is that you really want to do and what you want to focus on, rather than doing everything. Okay, so you just have to be more controlled with your desire for new experiences. Okay, so that was all Leos. Okay, so just want to put those other cards over there. Okay, so we're now going to go into Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius people, let's have a look. The beginning of this week, a little bit of an eruption I'm picking up. You know, things are going to rise to the surface, things that you kind of need to sort through and sort out. You can't ignore these things anymore. I'm feeling as if it's to do with, you know, somebody who has been kind of either judging you too harshly or not understanding your point of view. So when this kind of comes about, sometimes we have to put a stop to this kind of semi-bullying tactic before you kind of blow your top, before it gets to that point of no return where you end up shouting or you end up kind of getting upset, or, you know, or they know that they're getting to you. Okay, so either way, there's a need to kind of get to it before. And, you know, sometimes we've got to break free from other people's judgments and say, do you know what, it doesn't matter what you think of me, because this is my life, this is my choices. I'm not going to pick holes in your choices, so please don't pick holes in mine. This is my life. So I do feel as if you're going to be making a very firm statement, okay? And it does feel calm, but I do know obviously that not all of you are going to be able to hold back, okay? So, okay. There is going to be some emotional choices and decisions, and I feel that you're literally standing at a crossroads time, and somebody is literally asking you to decide. It's like I'm hearing them saying, well, what are you going to do about that? Or what do you want then? Okay. And, you know, at that point, it's like you can't keep denying it. You can't keep holding back, you know, your own emotions, and, you know, maybe the true essence of what you want is finally rising to the surface. Okay. I feel that there has been some theatrical behavior either by yourself or around you, and this theatrical behavior has been kind of a bit of attention seeking, trying to get to the bottom of what is going on, and, you know, what the reactions are, you know, when they've been dramatic, you know. This person is trying to manipulate and trying to, I feel, play on your emotions, or if it's you being theatrical, deep down, you know that you're trying to get a reaction from someone else. Sometimes we have to look at things in a bigger way, look at the whole of the, you know, look at the whole situation rather than just what it, you know, what it means to you. Because I feel that sometimes we can overthink things and put our feelings above other people sometimes, you know, or maybe that's what someone else has done to you. Either way, it needs to be balanced out somehow, and there needs to be a lot more going with the flow, and compromise will be spoken of. Moving into the middle of the week for Sagittarius people, reminiscing about the past, looking into the past and how things used to be, and it used to be so much easier, and, you know, everything was simple, and now I'm facing a battle and I don't like it. There seems to be a lot of dominant behavior, dominant words, people kind of trying to overpower. Okay, and it's like what you're wanting to do, or it could be that you're feeling oppressed and it's making you depressed. And there is this kind of, it could be like a global thing, like a government thing, feeling overpowered by that. It can be that, you know, there is an actual person who is dominant in your life at this time. The dominance is not helping everybody to stay calm. And with this kind of very out there personality, it's also having a knock-on effect for other people to start to talk about and communicate, you know, what they're feeling and what it is that they want. So I feel that this is kind of a little bit, it's linked to the beginning of the week. Does that make sense? This is kind of a continuation on to the middle of the week. There is somebody who is absolutely adamant that they are right and they are not seeing what's right in front of them. They're choosing not to see. Okay, it's like they're either blocked by religion or blocked by being brainwashed, or not seeing or not wanting to see what it is that is really there. And I feel that this is the most frustrating thing that you can be thinking of at this time. It's like, how do I communicate with somebody who is so closed, who isn't willing to see my point of view or even be open-minded? You know, they're just very closed. So this is going to be very, very hard for you. Okay. I will say that sometimes you have to plant seeds and just say a few things and then leave it. Say a few more things next time and then leave it. A few more things, then leave it. And that is the only way that you can sometimes get through. And I feel, you know, even with a dominant character, this may work. Okay, so good luck with that. So at the end of the week for Sagittarians, okay, they're saying to me that it's like there's a tranquility that is actually coming around you, this balanced feeling that you've been waiting for. And I feel this is because there's a lot of people are either backing away from you or you're backing away from them. And there's a definite feeling of, you know, when you can relax and you don't have to keep playing silly mind games anymore. And you don't have to worry about what you're saying or how you're saying it or anything like that. I feel that you're going to be doing lots of research. You're going to be looking into things, dissecting. You know, there seems to be some information that you've needed to get hold of, and this is going to help you to prove what it is that you have been, you know, saying all along. Okay, and this proof is there in front of you, in front of others as well, and this is going to help you no end with the communication that's been kind of going awry at this time. The feeling here is having fun with your own thoughts. Okay, sometimes we should really chuckle to ourselves and think, you know, well, nothing's gonna change. Why do I bother? Why can't I just be happy to just be my own boss and to do my own thing? And I feel that is kind of what's going on. It's a gentleness is coming over you around the end of this week. I'm seeing gambling. I don't know if, you know, you are gambling or somebody around you is gambling. It could be that you're taking a gamble or trying to try something different. With this new kind of, you know, changes and standing at these kind of crossroads time, it's like a spin of a roulette wheel. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if it's going to be in your favor or not, but there is a lot of excitement there. So I do think that you're getting ready to take a bit of a risk. and that risk is going to be, let me just put some more cards on there, because I can't just leave it like that. So you're going to be taking a risk. You're going to be kind of saying, you know, it's worth, this risk is worthwhile. This risk is something that is going to pay off for me, or that's what I feel. And I feel the answer to it is yes, but not as much as you think. Okay, so it's not going to be as big a win as what you want it to be. So make sure that you don't lose too much or put too much in this gamble situation. So it's like a carefulness, but, you know, go forward. You know, it's worth a chance, but make sure that you've covered your arse as well, because it's not going to be as big a fortune as you actually believe it to be. Okay, so it's not to say it's not going to do anything. It's just, you know, be realistic. Okay, so that's for Sagittarius. Okay, so this is now Aries. Okay, so the Aries people I know are Vera. This is Vera, our lovely Vera. Okay, so for Aries, now I highly suggest that you look at your sun, moon and rising. If you don't know what that is, then type into your search engine, what is my sun, moon and rising, and it will give you your a website that you can go to, and you just type in the location, the date and the time of your birth, and it will bring up your sun, moon and rising. Mine is Pisces, and I've also got Sagittarius, and I've also got Libra. Okay, so for Greg, he is a triple Libra. So what's yours? Because you should be watching 3 of the videos and not just 1. Okay, so let's have a little look and see what's going on with Aries. Right, so Aries characters, and this is for the 27th of February through to the 7th of March for Aries. Okay, we're starting off with, I'm picking up on vehicles and travel plans, and having a plan B, making sure that you have a plan B, because there seems to be some difficulties or some something to do with transport. And, you know, so I suppose transport doesn't have to be cars, it could be, you know, buses and trains, I suppose. But they're just showing me that there needs to be a plan B on this week. Okay, so I need to trust in your gut feeling. Okay, and you won't go far wrong with that. Okay, there seems to be where you've been waiting for this opportunity that you have been wishing for. You've been patiently waiting for this to happen, and then all of a sudden it's like your ship comes in. The opportunity that you've been waiting for is in front of you, and this will open up brand new doors to brand new exciting fate and chances, okay, and excitement. I feel that there is going to be they're talking about a partnership, and they're talking about somebody being able to hold your hand and be there for you and support you, okay, in your ventures. So partnerships obviously can be business partnerships, it can be love, life and emotions, it can be a good friend who is there and being, you know, good with your the partnerships around them and you. But I feel this, it's like you're able to lean on them and they're able to lean on you. Now, there's a lot of cleverness around, and I feel that you're going to need to use that clever head of yours, because I'm seeing calculations. I'm seeing, you know, workings out, financially working out this and working out that, going into everything. It's like I can see columns of numbers and adding up. And this is either projection over what it is that you think that you could possibly earn or make money on, and realizing, you know, you've got to work out whether or not it's viable, whether or not it's going to be the right thing, okay, for you and for people that you're connected with. Also, it's like there has been enough time has been wasted, enough time has gone by with inactivity to warrant that this is now going to be successful. That's exactly the wording that they gave me. So what that means is, to me, it felt as if they were talking about due to us all being in lockdown, or things being slow, or we're not able to do certain things, it's like there's an opportunity that has just arisen after all of this kind of everything being slow, and knowing that everything is going to be fast paced and going to be busier now. It's like that's the area to go into, or that's what we're needing to get ready for, is when everything opens up, this is it. So it feels as if there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of kind of charged up energy, and adapting a business with the flow of what is needed. Okay, so I'm seeing this, you know, really good business idea, or it could be, you know, financially, you know that this is going to be what you're needing to do next. Okay, it's like a plan. The middle of this week, okay, Aries, the middle of this week, they're showing me that you need to put a bit of a mask on. Okay, it's like you just need to make everybody believe that everything is as it should be, and just having a drink. Everything is as it should be, and, you know, not to worry, and that you are drifting into the future and everything is fine. It's like, you know, it doesn't mean to say that you're not fine. It's just saying that sometimes it's like you've got to be a brave person when you feel unsure, when you feel as if, you know, you're not as confident. It's like you've got to act confident, and sometimes it's easier to do that when people don't know you, because it feels as if it's like, well, you know, I can be my true self around the people that I know, but sometimes I've got to be this confident and this person that knows the stuff, or his stuff, and, you know, this is how. So I feel as if it's like putting a front on, but not in a two-faced way, in a professional way. Being professional when, you know, people know you to be just who you are. I don't know what I'm saying, but okay, so they're showing me that you have many different layers or many different personas, and sometimes we have to put on our posh persona, sometimes we have to put on our chilled out persona, sometimes we have to put on our business persona. So it's about putting on a different persona, and sometimes that's easier around people that don't know you. Okay, so they're not going to judge you, they only know what they're seeing in front of them. Okay, so I feel as if it's I'm seeing a gamble again. So it's like you've already decided, should I or shouldn't I? This to me is like saying, come on then, bring it on. I am truly ready for you. I'm ready for whatever life has to give me. I am going to be a survivor. I am going to achieve it. I'm going to do whatever it takes to be the person that I'm supposed to be and the winner of the race. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put everything into it. So there's definitely some sort of project or, you know, wish that you are concentrating on. And I feel the focus that you are giving this is going to be, has got success written all over it. So yeah, lots to look forward to there. Okay, by the end of this week for Aries people, you're going to see the results coming in now. Okay, and this is all to do with the tree that you have, the seed that you've planted is now gone past the tree stage, and it's now bearing fruit. And this fruit, you must remember to keep the seeds so that you can plant more trees, so that you can watch those then grow in the future and then them bear fruit. So it's all to do with kind of, you know, planning ahead all the time. So if you've got a good business or you've got kind of a new client, say, make sure that you, whatever you get paid, make sure that you are planning some advertising, does that make sense, ready for the next client, does that make sense, or buy new materials for the next you know, project that you've got going on. So it's keeping everything rolling on and not kind of just expecting everything to fall at your feet. You're constantly looking ahead. I can see, you know, sometimes we judge ourselves too harshly, and this is saying make sure that you don't. Make sure that you recognize just how much you have worked behind the scenes to get where you are now, and show yourself some strength. Okay, clear out the old stuff, ready for the new, getting rid of anything that is no good for you and moving on with things that are good for you, and, you know, being satisfied with what you have, you know, the lessons that you've gained and the wisdom is literally shining out around you. So, and that's what you need to be thankful for. You are no longer someone else's puppet. You're no longer somebody else's plaything where they are controlling you. You have literally stood up and taken on the risk, and it's like, you know, because I've done this, this is all paying off for me now, and it's like there's a lot of smiles and happiness and proud energy. Yeah, so it feels really really positive this week in particular for Aries. It's like reaping back the benefits to all the hard work that you have done in the past. It's like, here's the benefits back. You know, you've waited a long time for them. Make sure that you pat yourself on the back, make sure that you give yourself the recognition that you need, that you deserve. So there you go, that's what I see. This is the fire signs. So this would be Leo, Sagittarius and Aries, and this is for the 27th of February 2021, because that's today's date, right the way through to the 7th of March 2021. Okay, I'm Ali, and if you wanted a reading with myself, you can go to psychicali.net. Okay, take care everybody, and